After careful considerations, I couldn't not do an YouTube episode dedicated to my favorite series that contains two of the greatest characters I've ever read, Rishant and Feyre. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you the first book of the most popular Sarah J. Maas's series. To be honest, I never thought that any other saga could captivate, involve and thrill me as Harry Potter did. This book came into my life purely by accident, and I can't believe that I almost missed it. Hello everyone, I'm Irene Ridarelli, writer, blogger and a passionate reader, and this is Into the Books. Today we are going to talk about the ACOTAR series, or rather I am going to introduce you the first book of the saga, A Coat of Thorns and Roses, hoping that you will like it so much that you cannot wait to see how it ends. Feyre is a human and a hunter out of necessity. She lives behind a wall built to separate the human world from the Prythian. During a hunt, she consciously kills a fae, human-like magic creature, blinded by the hatred she feels for that race that has tormented humans for centuries. Totally unaware of what is about to happen, she returns home where she lives with Elaine and Nesta, her older sisters, and her invalid father. A few days later, Tamlin, High Lord of the Spring Court, comes to her house to retaliate for the death of his friend. Now, there are only two options for her: to be killed right there, or go over the wall and live with him forever. The young woman agrees to go with him, certain that she will live for the rest of her days in slavery and submission. But Tamlin, surprisingly, sets her free to roam the court. From the very first moment, Feyre wonders why they all wear a mask, and when she asks about it, she learns about the curse that Amarantha has cast on them. Feyre desperately wants to know how she could help Tamlin break the spell, because without realizing it, she is slowly falling in love with him, while at the same time he is falling in love with her. When Rishant, High Lord of the Night Court and Amarantha's lover and informer, makes a surprise visit to the Court of Spring, Tamlin decides to send Feyre back to her family. She is no longer safe there. Feyre reluctantly leaves the court, but for the strong love she feels for the High Lord of the Spring Court, she returns to the Court of Spring a short time later, only to discover that Tamlin has been captured. Without hesitation, Feyre goes to the kingdom under the mountain, where she is forced to undergo incredibly tough tests. Desperate and on the verge of death, she makes a deal with the last person she would have thought to do so, and that decision is what saved her life. But not only that time. Feyre is the hero that you do not expect. Tamlin is the ogre you must flee from. And Rishant is the proof that judging a book by its cover is never the right thing to do. Without Rishant, Feyre would have never discovered the real meaning of freedom. He is the perfect example of how essential it is to have someone by our side, someone who loves us unconditionally, supports us, helps us, and just let us be. Never settle for less than a Rishant in our life. Never stop to fight like Feyre did for her own happiness. We might regret it later. I wish I could forget this book and read it again as if it was the first time, just to be able to fall in love with it all over again. Thank you for joining me to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it all. Please let me know if you have already read this series and leave your comments or opinion about it below. I would love to read them. If you haven't already done so, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone you think might be interested. As usual, I'll see you next week.